Good afternoon and welcome to today's Ielts analysis class, where I'll be going through an Ielts task and looking at ways in which we can improve our skills for the exam by completing these exercises. So the task that we were looking at for today relates to Ielts reading. It's very important that we develop our reading skills in order to score as highly as possible in the reading exam. And reading skills consist of a number of abilities. There is reading for specific information, when we need to find a specific word or phrase in the article that we are reading. There is also reading for detail, when we need to understand a large amount of information from the text in relevant detail. And then there is also reading for general information, reading for gist, or reading for main ideas. All of these are linked together, which is what we are focusing on today. And there are questions in the Ielts exam which will test your ability to read for main ideas. So that's what we will be testing in the task today. So hello to those of you who are watching the class live. Hello to Koki. And to the rest of you who are watching, say hi in the chat box if you are watching live. And please do participate in answering questions as well if you have the answers from having done the task before the class. This always works best if you do the task before the class, and then we can check the answers together to see how well you've done. So let's have a look at this task together. I'll bring this up now. And we'll see that we've got the paragraphs. It was 4 paragraphs that we were looking at, and we've got 3 options in each case. So I'll make it nice and big so we can see the information together and make judgments based on which of the options is most appropriate. So The End of Money, Bye-Bye Banknote. That's the title, and the subtitle is The End of Money. And we have to work out what is the main idea in paragraph A. So let me know in the chat box if you've already made a decision on this. Hello to Gisele. Welcome to today's class. And we'll have a look at it together. So 3 options: money in all its forms, no money in my pocket, is money evil? So we want to read this paragraph quite quickly in order to get a sense of the gist or the main idea of the paragraph. So if we have a quick read through, we want to have a look at the first sentence. Cash, dough, or moolah, whatever you call it, you can't live without it. Okay, and then just very quickly, or can you? Money's an abstraction. The end of money, on the way, gets distracted by those on the fringe of society. Okay. Okay, so we can rule out this one. It does come up in the paragraph, but it states straight afterwards it's not relevant to anyone just fed up with carrying a chunk of change. That's not the main focus here. In the topic sentence, it says you can't live without it, but then a very short question, or can you? So money in all of its forms, there's not really much information there. There's different names for money, but it just looks at hard currency and then money in a cashless world when it becomes more of an abstraction. So the best answer out of the options that we are given, what's the other one? No money in my pocket. So how long will it be until hard currency disappears altogether? Anyone just fed up with carrying a large chunk of change? Okay, I guess, yeah, fed up with carrying a large chunk of change would indicate the fact that it wouldn't be no money in my pocket. So yeah, we're looking at the 2 separate forms. So money in terms of hard currency, and money as an abstraction. So we've got the abstraction here. And then also we've got other references to, we've got credit cards, and there's hard currency. So that would be the best answer, money in all its forms. You can see we've got some other people join the class, just as we're going through that. Hello to Ruxana, Mohammed, and Irfanullah. Great to see you in the class. Mohammed from Bangladesh, very welcome to you. Okay, so Ruxana, you're saying it's very small. I've made it big. I'll try and make it bigger. As I say, this always works best if you've actually completed the exercise before. So it's bigger now. Can you see that? Let me know if you can see that more clearly. Okay. Good. So let's have a look then at B. So cash and crime, loose change, currencies, and copies. These are the three options that we've got. So later, woman visits Bernard. Create of the Liberty dollar currency. Okay. So it's talking about counterfeiting here. So talking about the Liberty dollar and mimicking the US dollar. Okay, so we're looking at alternatives then to different currencies. We looked at the Brixton dollar, or the Brixton pound rather, there, as well as the Liberty dollar. So the main focus, which is coming up here then, are copies, so currencies and copies. There is an element of crime because the Liberty dollar was deemed to be guilty of counterfeiting, but it's not the main focus of the paragraph. The main focus is how you can copy an official currency. So loose change is also not relevant to the paragraph. So the answer there is currencies and copies. Let me know if you got that one correct. Okay. And we move on. So let's have a look at paragraph C. So three options again: the cost of cash, social consequences, crime pays. So the implications are moving from cash. Okay. And okay then. So again, there is elements of crime. It doesn't say necessarily though that crime pays. So I think we can eliminate that. That's not a focus of the paragraph. In terms of the social consequences, well, the social consequences of what? We're not really sure. It's not really clear. So I think we can eliminate that. I think, yeah, the cost of cash. That's what we're looking at, isn't it? Because it talks about the fact that making hard currency is a costly business. It gives specific figures as well. It also talks about expensive ATM and banking infrastructure. Using, having a mobile banking revolution means they don't need to have these things. So you eliminate cash and money actually becomes cheaper. So that will be the answer for C. Okay. So I can just see we've got some people that have just joined the class as well. Hello to Jer, great to see you, and Isabel as well from Saudi Arabia. Great to see you there. And Roxana, yep, no worries. I hope you can see the text clearly now. So as we go to the final paragraph, alternative banking systems, technological money, or the future is here. So what might replace cash? Warman touched on energy as a unit of currency. And we've got some examples of energy as a currency. Cashless society is already with us. Okay, so we're not looking at alternative banking systems. I think that is something which we can rule out straight away. That's not focused on in the article. It looks at alternative currencies, but not banking systems. Technological money, again, it says touches on. So it's not the focus. If something touches on something, it mentions it, but it's not the focus of something. It's not the main idea. Remember, we're reading for the main ideas. And here it says, this is the key, one gets the feeling that the cashless society is already with us. And I think that's the point here. The future is here, will be the main idea for paragraph D. So hopefully you got the answers to those questions correct. Well done, Roxana. I can see that you answered that correctly for D. This is a good activity, as I say, for recognizing the main idea of paragraphs. There are questions in the Ielts where you will need to recognize main ideas in order to answer the questions correctly. So if you did make any mistakes, or if you need to review any of these points, please do so in order to continue your journey to IELTS success. So until our next class, take care.